Hey friends, Lucian here with the Bullish Bears team. Friday here, March 2nd. Gonna make a watch list video for Monday and this weekend strong. I know you guys have been requesting these watch lists, so I'm gonna do the best I can for y'all. We'll see if there's any decent plays for Monday. As y'all will see here, let's go to the futures over here. Well, it's taking a minute to update here. Let me just get out of this and then try going back in. Thinkorswim is freezing on me a little bit. All right, so here's futures. Let's pull it up here. And as you guys can see, buyers started to come back in again here today. But very important, again, we're going to start next week with charts and patterns and all this good stuff in our candlesticks course. So get ready, because there's so many signs here that are so important with candlesticks to be very aware of. And as you can see, if you're not new yet, or if you are new, or if you've been around for a while, there is lots of clues of things that are going on here. This is, again, futures on the daily chart. But as you can see, it's forming a very glaring potential, again, I always say potential because you got to look at the charts, head and shoulders pattern, right? Head right here, right? Let me just do this. Head. Very close to tweezer tops as well, bearish pattern. You can see a potential left shoulder, right? So now, this is really important to look at. It's if this bounces, you have the moving average lines, right above it. Very important, huge resistance levels. No coincidence. Look at the moving average lines still below this left shoulder. So in order for this market to really recover and get up there, it's got to get above this moving average line, stay and hold, and then it has to clear right around here, that left shoulder area, right? So if it doesn't, now you got kind of a good base down. You can look at kind of right here. You got this a little bit down here. So you have the neckline right over here. So buyers came in. You see right here, these three red candles. This is also known as the three black crows. You'll be learning about that very soon. Usually after 3 green days or 3 red days, look for the shorts or the buyers to come back in. Not always, of course, but the general rule of thumb is after 3 green days, look for the shorts to come in on the 4th day. After 3 red days, look for the buyers to come back in. People profit taking, people buying. So it's very important to watch. Again, you'll get 3 or 4, sometimes you'll get 4 or 5 days, and then things will reverse. But all of these candlestick patterns are super important to understand. And if you really pay attention to candlesticks and patterns, you would have seen all of this coming here. If I go back over here, you can see right over here a head. Right? This is also what they call a bullish or a bearish, or I'm sorry, a bearish harami pattern. Man, I'm getting all tongue twisted lately. So it's kind of like harami in Japanese is pregnant. So when you see a bigger green candle and kind of a smaller, this is a little bit bigger of a red candlestick, but when it's within the body of a green candlestick like that, that's bearish, right? So you can see that's a bearish setup here, which showed right here. As you can see, the confirmation down here, it's kind of some indecision candles, right? But what that's doing right now is it gave you a head, a left shoulder, and now you have a right shoulder. If you were just looking at just simple basic patterns, you would have saw this coming before it even happened. It gave you 1, 2, 3, 4 warning signs. So when everybody was panicking, wondering when the market, why the market crashed, well, you got several warning signs, 4 before it happened. Major head and shoulders. You can see the neckline broke right here, extremely bearish. Now, kind of going now in the future, right? Head, left shoulder area. Now it has to clear again this left shoulder in order for it to potentially go up. Again, lots of patterns in here. Tweezer tops, 2 tops that form the same top and can't break above. That's a potentially bearish sign. So you could have seen this kind of come after this. You can kind of predicted that might be a potentially bearish sign. And look, it fell down, right? So these are all going to be the things that we're going to be teaching you again in our candlesticks course. I got to drink a lot of water because I made so many dang videos this week on candlestick patterns. I'm losing my voice, so bear with me if I lose my voice during this thing. It's just because I'm recording too many darn videos for you guys. So that's a whole, we're going to be getting into all this next week. Class will be in session officially for this candlesticks course. It is essential. It's the name of the game to everything. All this other stuff doesn't matter. Moving average lines, RSI, MACD, that don't mean anything unless you know candlesticks. Trend lines don't matter unless you know candlesticks. Trend lines need candlesticks, right? You need to be able to draw, you know, point A to point B on a trend line. You wouldn't have a point A or point B without the candlesticks, right? You could do line charts, bar charts as well, but candlesticks, just they tell a much better story. So this is all the good stuff that we're going to be looking forward to next week. So let's see if there's anything decent to put on the watch list for Monday. So kind of a bullish close. You kind of got a hammer, kind of hammering out kind of a base here. Again, be aware of the overhead resistance very simply at these moving average lines and then straight across, obviously, at this left shoulder, right? So we'll see if there's any plays to look at. We're looking in for stocks that have held their highs on the day or stocks that have held their lows. So you'll see this one had a breakout. Let's see, get my drawing tool out here. Okay, so if it can stay above that 40-cent range, so it kind of, here's your huge candle wick up here, right? Or this upper shadow, huge upper shadow. Lots of volatility when this happens like this. Obviously, stock closed below 50 cents. You'd want to get it to get above 50 cents for continuation. Obviously, who the heck knows what it's going to do. It might be, when you get a huge breakout like this, sometimes you have sympathy days, you know, 2 or 3 or a couple afterwards. So I don't love this pattern like this, but it's got some potential. If the market gets another pop on Monday, this one might have some potential continuation. So I'm going to put at or above, let's say 47 cents, but ideally you want to see it break above 50. So looking for continuation. Watch for 50 cents to break and hold, and resistance at 89 cents. So obviously, and $1. So we're looking for potential continuation over 47 cents. Be careful at 50. That's a huge psychological resistance area, whole and $half amounts. If it can break and hold and move up, move up, obviously you have this whole area very volatile. You know, it's kind of a crapshoot on what's going to happen, so you got to watch it. So actually, did I put a space on? See, I'm very obsessive compulsive. I always got to have the spacing in there. So SVSN, potential continuation. INNT, don't like that one as much. Well, nah. Let's see here. So this one closing above the 20 EMA. Got some resistance right there at the 50 SMA. Potential gap up to fill. See that rising what? Rising, I call them gaps. They're also known as a rising window, or this is a falling window right here, or a gap. Gap down or gap up. I like them gaps, but other terminology that you'll be learning is rising window, falling window. So a potential window, I'll call it right now, to fill if this can continue upwards. So I actually might put that one on there for potential continuation upwards. Plus get some of these cheaper ones on there, these cheaper penny stocks for you for potential plays. So we'll put at or above 31. Let's put 32, make it easier. I don't like those decimals. Looking for continuation with resistance at 41 cents. See if gap fills between 41 and I'll put 50 cents. So looking for continuation, resistance at 41, see if gap fills. Yep, there we go. So basically you want to see if this can continue upwards, see if it can break above. So look, no coincidence, right? Right at this, the bottom of the gap is right at the 50 SMA. So it's got to break above and then get into it. So, you know, it might happen soon, might happen later. Who the heck knows? Got to watch. Ears. Good old tattoo, TTOO. It's broaching overextended. I don't want to put that on. Window. I don't love it. It rejected off the 5 SMA. Nope. CNET. Rejected right around that. Kind of actually inverse head and shoulders. Head right here. So look at this. So technical analysis lesson, right? You got a head right here. You have left shoulder here. Kind of have right shoulder. Let me see right here. Kind of got to bring it all together. Like you kind of like this whole thing. Sometimes patterns are like you got to kind of like gauge it. So technically the left shoulder should be down here further. So I like to you're gonna see when one of my courses that I did, you're gonna see like an eyeball or a gauge. You can say it's inverse head and shoulders, but you can say, well, the left shoulder's not down here. The left shoulder should be down here, and the right shoulder should be higher. It doesn't really matter per se. Find the neckline area right here. You can see when you draw a line across, it's rejecting off that right now. So it's got to break above that and then hold. And then you got these other areas of resistance as well. So all that to say, I'm not putting that on there. Man, my voice is still not holding up very well. All right, so this one right here, LTBR, is holding its highs, starting to close above the moving average lines a little bit here. It's above a $0.50 amount, which I like. We'll put at or above 166. Resistance right around, let me do this. Definitely at $2, whole and $0.50 amounts. That was the previous gap area right here. So it's kind of going back to retest this other previous gap area. So I'll put at or above 166, and I'll say, let's say 166. Let's see, looking for continuation above EMAs with resistance just below $2. Right? So looking for it to potentially continue upwards, whole and $0.50 amounts, huge psychological support and resistance. So you'd want to be careful if it moves up forward, up into that area. LTBR. TNDM. Nah. Nope. Don't like it. Too close. I mean, it's just a little too close to all those EMAs for me. I don't like it. This one found a base. Let's see, it's holding its highs. So it's holding a base, kind of a descending-ish kind of triangle, kind of a flat bottom here. You can see it's hit some support, kind of zone it back, right? No coincidence. Look at all the way back here, right? Support, support, support. Continue this line in the future. Boom, hit support. Look at this. RSI oversold. No coincidence that the buyers are starting to come back in. Obviously, over a $0.5, 166. Careful at the 9 EMA, which no coincidence is $2 resistance. So I'll put at or above 166. So, looking for continuation. Watch for resistance at 9 EMA around $2. Right? Sorry, I'm just normally I put the dollar signs in, but it's just one more step I got to do. I don't want to do it. All right, so all right, cool. We got a few potential plays so far. Nope. No. All right. Might be looking at something here. Right around, let's see here. You can see this kind of descending downwards over here. It's kind of descending pennant pattern. Be careful right around that 150 marker, right? No coincidence. Some support in these areas, resistance over in here. Price is now closing above the 50 SMA. That's good. I'm going to put at or above 132. Watch for continuation above 50 SMA with resistance around 1.50. Period. Okay, so as you can see here, it's kind of this downward pennant. My lines got moved, obviously, but you get the kind of gist of it. And you can see you want to get it above 132, and then you got to be careful right around 150, whole and half dollar amounts. Very, very, very important to understand. Psychological support and resistance, 50 cents, whole dollar amounts. $6 right there. Bullish, kind of getting a little bit overextended. Might be a triangle kind of pattern. Let me draw this across here. Right around there. You can see here kind of a rising trend. Might be kind of forming a potential break. Now it's right at that $6 marker, whole and half dollar amounts. You can see some previous areas of, it's annoying when it does that. Right, previous areas in this area here, down support, 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 broke above that. You have also, did that window get filled? Might see there's a window right here. Interesting, right between that $6 and 618. Too close to that window. If it had more room, see that? You want to see these things, little gap window. It's a little too close. Although it is starting to go bullish. And if it does fill that window, it could get up to 643. So I like it because if it can get above $6, you can use $6 as a stop area. Again, careful of that window right between 6. Oh, it almost touched it. I'm looking at pulled back. I'm not going to put it on. It's just a little too close. Just want to show you what I'm thinking when I see this stuff, the psychological support in like kind of these areas. If it was down at 6 and it had a little bit more room to run, although the EMAs are bullish, MACD is bullish. Let me take a look at the hourly and see. Yeah, it's overextended. Overextended on the hourly. Might be a cup, kind of handle, position back. Yeah. I'm thinking too much. I don't want to put it on. Try to do my best to not give you guys trapped into things, you know. 759. Potentially moving upwards. Let's take a look at the hourly. It's getting above the 200 SMA on the hourly. This one might have some continuation here. So we'll put at or above 759. Resistance, look at that. Boom. Right at that 50 SMA, right around $8. So perfect. Looking for continuation with resistance at 50 SMA around $8. Bam. There we go. NLNK. So, if you guys are seeing this here, see that 50 SMA right there, right around $8. So, there you go. It's kind of, it's kind of got this. I don't love it necessarily long term. It's still, as you can see with these penny stocks, they're garbage pump and dumps. They pump, they dump, they pump, they dump. Maybe he gets another pump, they dump, right? LPCN. That might be forming a potential triangle. Let's see here. See these triangle, like this triangle kind of wedge kind of area. Might have some room. Let me take a look at the hourly. Yeah, that's definitely got some room. Let me do this. See that? It's almost like if you do it sideways, cup and handle, right? Oh, kind of, let's do this. Sorry, guys, I'm tired today. My voice is tired. Made a bunch of videos. But I want to get this done for you guys this weekend. Look at that. Kind of here. So it's got this kind of wedge pattern here. You can see it's kind of like getting towards its apex point if it can break out. I'd be careful around $2. Obviously, you can see this gap right above 216 up to 293. Be careful. Look at that. See that right at the $2, right at that 50 SMA. This one might be pushing for a break above, so I'm going to put at or above 170. Looking for triangle break with resistance at $2. Watch if continuation for a gap fill on the daily. See that? Want to see it break out of this triangle? See it break above $2. If it can, 215 to 293. Might have a gap fill. LPCN. Still kind of sideways for me. Overextended. See that? A lot of green days. RSI overextended. That might be a potential good short. Not to borrow, so I won't put it on. Aha. Here we go. So this one's potentially being bought up to go further. You want to see it get above that 208. If it get above 208, it has some room to run. It is a double bottom, but too close to that little peak up there I don't like, so I'm not going to put that on there. Where was that? Oh, here we go. See that? Whenever I see these candlesticks, it reminds me it's a 5. Those are the 5-cent spread stocks. I'll guarantee you. Watch this. I'll put an alert on here. Look at this. See that? I just can sniff them out when I see it. These candlesticks, I hate trading those 5-cent spreads. I never trade them. Some people like them. I don't trade them. I don't like it. This one, it's holding its highs. Okay, yeah, right here. Look at that gap. 763 up to 820. So this has got this rising, as you can see here. Kind of like that. I'll just move it this way. Oop. Kind of like that, right? Kind of a flat top, kind of ascending wedge, looking for it to, look at that, right there. Boom, support, right across. Critical, look at that, support, support, right? Now it's major resistance. If it can break, look for a gap fill. Rising, yeah, see that? I like that one. Rising lower, my brain's fried. What is it? Higher lows. All right. At or above 757. Nice. I like this one. Looking for flat top break above 50 SMA and see if gap fills. Let's see where. At 823. Around 823. There you go. BLCM. And yeah, getting a few plays. Might have potential pop on Monday. Again, just because it goes up, be careful of that right shoulder with all the EMAs on the S&P. Got to be very careful of that. Oh, there we go. Ooh, that's interesting. Like that pattern? 666, huh? Oh boy. Yeah, I'm staying away from the 666s. All right. It's not a 5-cent spread one. This one might have its holding highs, sloppy candles. Let's take a look here. So, we'll go to the hourly. Might have some room to run if it can break that. Do I like this one? Trying to find the triangle. Let me see. Let's do this. Trend lines, peeps. Got to do trend lines. You can do right up here. There's one right there. Kind of zoom in down over here. See if there's getting closer right there. Right around that 2 boxes resistance. See that? See that? You zoom right in. 185 could hit $2 resistance. Kind of see how it kind of brings back right up here. So it's still kind of a descending triangle. You can do this across like this as well. So it's kind of like caught all up in there. It could break. I don't know. I'm not loving it. USAT. No. This one might be decent. It's getting kind of overbought. Let me see. Go to the hourly. That might have a... This might have a chance to break. Oh, you can kind of connect down this way. Yeah, see that? Still ascending, like higher lows, right? Right? You can just kind of connect these right down. So this one might be good if it can break above $3. If it can break, there's definitely a clear window. I'd say probably right up to 350. Let me just do this. All right, cool. So almost done here. So we'll put at or above 295. Look for a break of 3 with room to run until 350. There we go. Where is that one? CRNT. All right, so that's the watch list for you peeps. For all you freebies, that's all you're getting. For all you peeps that are paid members, I'll be doing the swing trade watch list next. Not on video. My voice has no more left to it. So I'll be sending out the swing trade watch list with the alerts. Look at this. I didn't even set out a watch list last night. Because I had these. If you watch my watch list from last night, you'll see I put 3 on there and I was like, I'm not going to send it out, right? Didn't send out a watch list, but look at this. All 3 triggered. I'm not going to say I'm good, but I'm good. Hope you guys are following these alerts. You can make lots of money. Again, don't trade to trade. Take our free courses first. But if you're new, if you're on the fence, guys, we're $10 a month. I try to think, I said last night we're the cost of a can of Spam with some crackers. $10, less than the cost of one trade in and out of TD Ameritrade. For all that we're giving you, just the technical analysis I gave you guys just in this video alone is so incredibly valuable that you'd have to pay a lot of money elsewhere for. Never mind, next week we're all going to chart school together, guys. We're going to candlestick school. You're going to get probably for the next month just nonstop, just like candlesticks videos every single day. We're going to start small. We're going to go bullish, bearish candlesticks. We're going to do dojis, long-legged dojis, gravestone dojis. We're going to do shooting stars, haramis, bearish, bullish and bearish haramis, evening star patterns, morning star patterns. What else do we want to do? Well, we're going to do all the big patterns. Ascending triangle, symmetrical triangles, head and shoulders, inverse head and shoulders, cup and handle. We can go on and on and on. And I'm just trying to tell you guys that candlesticks are the name of the game to trading. If you're new and you're coming and you're just trading with real money and you don't even know candlesticks, that's a major problem. We could all get lucky. We've been there several times myself. Wait till you guys hear the stories someday when I tell you the stories. I mean, literally, I should have blown up my account and lost everything I had. And I think the only reason why I didn't, because when you guys hear these stories someday, you're not even going to believe it. The only reason why I don't think I blew up my account several times is because we were supposed to do the bullish bears. I firmly believe that because there's absolutely no way that someone should get as lucky as I had several times. And if you look at the journey, kind of like the videos that I've done, and just every video kind of that we've done, guys, we're just, anytime we've learned something, we record it and we teach you guys. We never profess to be anything other than we're not, or anything other than we are, or what we are. I don't know how that, meaning we're not trying to be pretending, we're not trying to pretend like we are somebody that we're not, right? We're continuously growing as traders, and whenever we learn something, we make videos and give it out to you all, right? So even these candlestick videos, I've taught myself even so much more in the past week or two on just these little, just these little candlestick patterns that in the grand scheme of things, they're so huge. So we're going to go to candlesticks course next week. We're going to really go in depth. I'm going to start doing the watch list videos more for you guys again, at least probably 2 or 3 days a week. Excuse me. I try to get as many videos done as possible for you guys this week on candlesticks, because starting Monday, Dan is getting shoulder surgery. So he's probably going to be out of commission for probably at least a couple weeks. I'm assuming he tries to get back as soon as possible. But he's going to do everything he can to get back as quickly as possible. So we just ask that you guys just please be patient with us. It's just There's just 3 of us, Tim, Dan, and myself. I'm the only one doing this full time. And, you know, Tim and Dan both work jobs. So we're doing everything we possibly can for you guys. So please be patient. I'm going to be kind of taking on a bunch of the weight next week. Never mind trying to run the trade room, doing the videos for you guys, watch lists, all that good stuff. Never mind emails. For those of you guys that email us, we're super appreciative. Please be patient with us. We try to answer everything we can within 24 hours. So we will do our best to get back to you. So that's it. I got nothing left right now. Come and join our community if you haven't already. Again, we are the Bullish Bears. Like and follow our fan page on our website. We have a live trading room. We have trade alerts, right? Watch list. We have 3,000 plus worth of courses. We just added an interactive brokers course. Now we're going to be adding a candlesticks course. There's only so much content we can keep giving to you guys. And if you look here, come down here, $10 a month. I mean, come on, guys. I'm telling you guys, if I told you some of the emails we get, you would just, your head would spin. You know, some people, guys, we're $10 a month. For those that are on the fence right now, nobody is going to give you everything that we give you for $10 a month. There is no catch. The only catch is we're trying something different. We're so cheap, not because we're trying to be cheap. We're cheap because we're trying to build a massive community and helping people and try to make a difference in this industry, change perceptions, not because Tim, Dan, and I are anybody special, but because you guys are. We're a community. We've banded together to build a community, and you guys are in control of this movement. If you keep this movement growing, then hey, chances are we'll stay at $10 a month. If it starts to stale or stagnate or things change, then we might raise our prices, except for those that are guaranteed for the first day. Those that signed up within the first 30 days by February 15th, we're guaranteed not to change the pricing on them. My point being in all this, guys, is if you're on the fence with us, we're $10. You're not going to get any value more than you're getting here elsewhere. It's not to be braggadocious. It's just go look everywhere else. You're going to spend a car payment every month on monthly membership fees with other trading companies, $150, $200 a month. That's just for day trading rooms, right, with alerts. Never mind, you want options on top of that, you're looking at $300 a month for many places with options alerts. We're $10 a month. And on top of that, we save you thousands of dollars in getting started in our courses. Thousands. Go type in day trading course, go type in options course, go type in swing trading course, and look what you'll pay. Ours are free. Why? Just because we're doing something different. We're trying to build a different movement and see where you guys take us. It's still continuously growing. We have lots of great people joining us. So I say these things very point blank to you because for those people that are still on the fence, $10. Cancel anytime. We're the cost of 2 bags of Doritos at your local supermarket. Come on, peanut butter and jelly. You won't even be able to add in a loaf of bread with that. It's a joke. So come and join us, guys. Like or subscribe to our YouTube channel. Not only do we have all of our courses over here, there's a gigantic amount of content over on our playlist over here. Let's see if you look at this. So here's a little sneak preview for you here. Right? Playlists, candlestick patterns. Do you guys see 37 videos here? I think I only had less than 10 done before this week. You're going to have all of these coming in the next few weeks of a whole entire candlesticks course that'll be probably the most valuable course that you're ever going to take because it's the essential foundation to everything to trading. So my voice is spent. Happy weekend, y'all. Be careful of that right shoulder potentially forming. See what happens. Again, I don't know what the market's going to do. Nobody does, but watch the patterns. Love you, peeps. Enjoy.